always have to take a deep breath before the intro for some reason. I'm always like, welcome back, everyone, to the Shambam podcast. I'm Kevin Moida, your beautiful, gorgeous host. Milo, stop sniffing the lamp. He got so scared. It's okay, Bob. I just don't want you to get burnt. Today we're joined by Courtney
and Milo.
Milo's in here too. I closed the door. And we got some random lights up in here because
Milo, stop it! I don't like that.
The freaking lighting is terrible in this place. I want to get these two soft box lights in here, but we're out of money, and with this whole coronavirus thing going on, I couldn't go to work for like half a week basically because of a little cough I had going on. Well, it's because people are getting paranoid, rightfully so, you know, and in my job, I'm the youngest one in the office. I work in an office. I'm the youngest one there. And no offense to like my coworkers, but a lot of them are older and a lot of them are more concerned about the virus than I would be, even though we should probably be equally as concerned, but whatever. And I got this tiny cough because of allergies and such. And I just, out of respect to everybody else in the office, I took a day. I told them what was going on. I said, I'll go home. And apparently I couldn't go back for they said that they didn't want, that I shouldn't be back if 24 hours before showing any symptoms. Yeah. So I had to be 24 hours free of any kind of coronavirus symptom before I could go back to work. So that's what happened there. I'm totally fine now, though. I was pretty sure it was allergies, but you never know. But I'm fine. I'm totally cool. No fever or anything else checking. So, but anyway, yeah. So we got to be watching our funds. We're gonna be fine. But the lights are gonna have to wait. We put these two dumb little lamps up right now just to kind of get some light in the room so the cameras can pick it up a little better. Because Courtney and I both agreed that we both looked like garbage because of the lighting situation in the last episode. The one I had with Ashanti, though, that one was good because we did it in the morning.
During the day. Yeah, I don't know why you're not wanting to do these during the day.
Well, for starters, we don't wake up until way later. What time did we wake up? We don't have to do it
until way later. The sun's up till 7.
But when I'm about to record the episode, a lot of the times, and this is probably not a good thing, is throughout the day, that's when I'm like thinking a lot about what I'm going to talk about and like things I'm going to bring up. Is
he on the printer again?
Yeah, because that's his spot usually. Let's slide the printer out because we put the printer in the bottom because Courtney wanted to print some stuff out. And
there you go, dude.
Yeah, there you go. So
is that your cold feet or is that Milo's cold nose?
That's Milo's cold nose. I know my feet. I have the toes. Like my toes are made of ice. They're like ice cubes, each one of them. They're super cold all the time. But anyway, so that's the situation with that. So hopefully this little light situation is gonna be okay. I hope I started recording on my angle. I know I started yours, but I don't know about mine.
I don't know.
It's okay though. It's whatever if it doesn't. We did get a question though on Instagram.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and check that. I'm on my personal. I'm on my personal page. So one person said hi, which I said hi back. Hi, how you doing? Okay, and this question we got right here going on. When watching a movie, do you expect... Okay, let me do that again. When watching a movie, okay, do you expect the filmmaker to explain everything or leave mystery in there? So, like, do you get the question? I get the question.
Yes and no.
So, like, when you watch a movie, do you expect everything to be explained?
No.
Like, no hidden things in there?
No.
Like,
most of the movies I watch aren't that way anyways.
Yeah, there's little hidden stuff.
It leaves hope that there will be a sequel. Yeah,
there's that, but not even that. Like, and by the way, I also strongly agree that no, I don't think, depending on the narrative that they're trying to get across. Milo, stop looking at my feet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it just depends on the movie, right? It just depends on the freaking director, honestly. If the director wants to leave stuff out because it's tasteful, you know, it's like the story he wants to tell, then freaking leave stuff out, you know? It's not a formula. But I gotta say, a lot of most of the movies that have really impacted me, or like that I've really like enjoyed, have had that mystery in them. So like Shutter Island, for example. I rave about this movie all the time when I bring it up because I love that movie. I think the reason I love that movie is because it was one of the first movies that I was getting more mature. So I'm saying it wasn't just all like action and all that all the time. And it was one of the first movies I like appreciated in that level. And B, it was a good movie. It was just it's a solid movie, you know? Mm-hmm. And they do leave, if you haven't seen Shutter Island, I would suggest you skip a little bit because I'm just gonna, actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna, there was if you've seen Shutter Island, you know, like that mystery that it leaves you in the end. Plus the whole buildup.
The whole movie.
So the whole movie is like this thing like, oh my gosh, this switch, this plot twist that happens and you're like, holy crap. But then there's that end part where you don't know exactly what's going on. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about with Leo. And it's just so good. I just really like it. Yeah, we should watch it again. But like that movie, they didn't explain everything in the end. And I freaking love that movie. I was trying to think when I read this question, I was trying to think of other movies, but whenever I have to like bring things like on command, it just doesn't happen. Like it just doesn't in my brain. I don't know why, but that's one movie that always, pops out because that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And it's probably just because it's like, it was one of those ones that I really appreciated like early, but also Inception. Did they explain everything in Inception? I think they did.
I don't know.
I don't think you've watched Inception.
I
don't think it's a movie you would actually be able to sit through without sleeping. Because we both know there's a lot of movies that you can't not sleep through, like Harry Potter the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
It took forever for us to finally.
We didn't
even finish it.
No, Part
we need
2.
To.
We tried it 3 times and you fell asleep all 3 times in the same parts. I would have to start from the beginning because it's like you gotta watch it from the
Well, I think too, like the main reason is because
the beginning of Part 2, by the way.
With the Harry Potter, it's like we sat there and we watched so many. But at that point, I was tired of sitting on the couch watching TV, and I just got tired.
See, that just means you're not interested in the movie. That's what that means, babe.
No, I was interested.
Newsflash, you were just not interested.
No, I was interested. I was into it. But
were you though?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because that usually means when you fall asleep, that's a telltale sign. That's universal language for, I'm not interested in this. That's why people yawn in class and such.
Why I'm yawning right now.
Yeah, exactly. I even catch you yawn today. There you go. There you go. You're yawning. She's not interested in the podcast. Yeah, my room. This is my room. This is my room.
Okay.
This is my room. Get out. Get out of my room. I sounded like freaking Matthew McConaughey for 2 seconds. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Plus, you watch a lot of movies. I'm putting you on blast here.
You are.
And I usually do this. Don't I? Because I'm a douchebag.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. Well, it's because like you watch a lot of movies on your phone too. And I asked you like, what was that movie about? You're like, I don't know. I was on my phone. I was like, okay, cool.
Well, okay. So because like when I'm scrolling through Netflix, I read the title like real quick and then I kind of watch the little trailer and read the description and I'm like, okay, this sounds like a good movie. So I put it on. Most of the time I don't know what I'm watching. I have to go back and check to see what the name of it was because I don't remember.
No. I what I'm talking about is how was it or how did it? Remember that today you watched the movie and I said, how did it end? And you were like, I was on my phone. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about just.
I don't know. That movie didn't really catch me too much.
No.
Nah.
It caught me a little just by sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, I was into it for a little bit, but then I just felt like the same thing kept happening over and over and over again in the movie, and I'm like,
Well, maybe there's a premise that had to happen,
No, she kept going to the police officer over and over and over and over again. Same thing. Find her, find her, find her. I'm like, okay.
Well, would you fall asleep or get on your phone on Rocky when he keeps training and training and training and training and training to win the big fight?
Yes.
Dang, babe.
No, I've seen
No
that
taste.
movie.
You've seen Rocky?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Rocky.
No?
No. I need to watch Rocky. No, that's not. That's the wrong theme. Is that? What? Eye of the Tiger. There you go. The Eye of the Tiger. You know. Come on, coach. You know it's love. Yeah. That's how he talks. That's how Sylvester Stallone talks in Rocky. Anyway, I've seen some like little memes. You know, some clips. Hey, let's just slide right through this one, man. Let's just slide right through.
Okay.
In other news, we're still under. Well, I don't know if so we are the laughing stock of the internet because we said, let's not worry about this too much. No, but I think we're still kind of in the same page with the whole Corona thing. I mean, we were always like aware, but not panicking, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, so California is now under a stay-at-home order. That's new. That happened Thursday, I believe. Yeah.
But it's not being enforced here locally.
I don't know.
It's being enforced in other cities.
By enforced, what do you mean?
Like with police officers and stuff.
Oh, like
Here in
patrolling.
like the Modesto series area, it's not.
I
It's
think it has to do also with the resources that we have. You know, limited police force, maybe. You know, they don't have enough police force to enforce it.
Because I've been reading on the police websites and stuff. They've been posting about it that it's recommended for you to stay home, but it's currently not being like punishable, I guess. I don't know.
So like you can't get a ticket if you're seen
currently
going bowling or something like that. Well, places like that are closed anyway.
How are you going to go bowling? You're going to have to break in. So you'll go to jail.
But there's stuff happening like okay, and I'll get into that. I talked to you briefly about that. But so that's what's going on in California right now. Courtney and I, it's basically the same old though. So like I told my parents before, as soon as I found out, because I didn't know how the media was going to portray the news. So then I told them, and it's because what this entails is no recreational activities. That's
only
basically
go out
it.
when necessary.
And if your job isn't essential, work is basically canceled. So that's what it was.
I guess my job isn't essential.
Well, your job is essential, but there's children involved, and children are more at risk. So that's why they're closing that down. But like if you work at a bowling alley, since we brought up bowling, you're not gonna go to work. If you work at a movie theater, you're not gonna go to work. You know, places like that. Work is canceled.
I just wonder how other employers are taking that with having to cancel things. Do employees still get paid? Because I'm lucky to still get the pay.
Yeah, I hear that's the big issue that's happening. Some people aren't getting paid. Some people are.
Good thing is they did open up unemployment, but I know what I would probably get wouldn't cover what I make.
No, definitely not. No.
It would help out a bit, but we would be struggling.
I don't even know how much they give you for unemployment.
I heard that people aren't getting too much.
Yeah. Plus, because they're freaking everyone.
There's so many people trying to get it. Yeah.
But so that's what's basically going on. The bulk, and so we can still go shop. We can still go get gas if we need it. We
go to work.
We go to work if your job is essential. So for in my case, my job was considered essential. I got a call from the office, and that's how I found out about this whole thing. And they let me know that our job is considered essential since we do work for government facilities and such. So, so I can still go to work. So for me, that's a blessing. I can actually still go to work, You
can live a semi-normal life
I can live a semi-normal life still. So, well, a normal life because I didn't really go out much anyway, Yeah. So,
I'm going to be bored out of my mind.
Yeah, but that's what's happening in California. I don't know how many other states are implementing this or enforcing it or whatever, but apparently it's always funny that college students are like the ones that are put on a pedestal for stupidity when they are quote unquote college students, like a university level of education trying to, It's like, why are they always the ones that are stupid? Why are they always the idiots?
What did they do this time?
So apparently flocks and flocks of college students in, I don't know if they're coming from Australia or the US or both, but there's a bunch of students and stuff partying it up in beaches in Florida and in Bondi Beach in Australia. And there was a video I watched. Atozy. I always say his name wrong. I don't know how to say his name, but he's like a commentator on YouTube. He's funny. But he kind of covers like news and things like that and stupid people, so it's enjoyable. And he was talking about it, and that's the video I watched on this. So I haven't really found the actual individual videos, but I think I found them right here. So these were posted I don't know exactly when this happened either. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up there. These are posted. One's posted 4 days ago. The other one's 3 days ago. So let's just open one up and check it out. This one's a minute, so let me post this. One's from Washington Post. So let's see this. So hold on, let me pause. And let's put this up here. All right. So let me make it HD because for some reason my compu don't want it to be HD. 1080p, brother. All right, here we go. To practice social distancing, some beachgoer, didn't care. Here's what some spring breakers had to say.
If I get corona, I get corona. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna let it stop me from partying.
I don't know why it's so low. My audio is up all the way. Maybe it's just the video.
Well, that's the YouTube audio. What about your computer audio?
No. Like, oh, maybe that was it.
Messing up with my spring break. What is there to do here other than go to the bars or the beach, and they're closing all of it? It's really messing me. I think they're blowing it way out of proportion.
You're doing us bad. We need a refund. This virus ain't that serious. It's serious. It's more serious things out there like hunger and poverty, and we need to address that.
We're gonna be doing it.
My gosh, it's like, wait, go back to that chick. Or no, like, let's go back to the beginning and let me.
Corona, I get corona. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna.
Look at his eyes. This dude's high. For starters, this boy is freaking on something.
I do. I don't want to say that I agree with them, but I feel like some things are kind of out of proportion. Like the girl at Home Depot, she was beyond rude and trying to tell.
It's really messing up with my spring break.
It's really messing up with. Okay.
No, because like the worker at Home Depot, I was with my family, and she was like, "Oh, you guys need to be 6 feet apart." I'm like, "We live in the same household." That's
Well, she was just being. That's not being
possible. And then she was just being.
She's just a mean person.
Just really rude, and she was.
Maybe she was stressed out too. Who knows? I always give people the benefit of the doubt because I'm a nice guy, I guess, or I'm too nice for my own good. In that sense,
yeah,
I'm a douchebag
she was being really rude about it.
Yeah, but
I feel like people like that are taking it out of proportion.
Yeah, but like,
what is there to do here other than go to the bars?
Well, they were saying
they're closing all of it. It's
okay. Yeah, like how the media is blowing. I was like, I'm glad I wasn't that person who was just because we were saying that we believe the news, and I still do believe that the media does blow it out of proportion because that's their job is to blow things out of proportion so people can look at their outlet instead of all the others. Mm-hmm. But we also know that it's a serious thing. So we know the media is blowing it out of proportion, but we know this is a thing. We're just not listening to what the media's portrayal is of it. We're looking at our own research on it. That's what we meant by the media sucks, but we're keeping ourselves informed through other outlets.
And I feel like our own research. The main thing is they're causing a lot of panic, which shouldn't be.
Yeah. I think there's two. Yeah, the media. Yeah, because there's people who they'll listen to the media like a Bible. Like that's the media said it. This is exactly what's going on, and then they'll panic like crazy. You just gotta be smart, do your research, take the proper precautions. Stay at home. Unlike all these people,
I think they're blowing it way out of proportion.
You're doing us bad. We need a refund. This virus ain't that serious. It's serious. It's more serious things out there like hunger and poverty.
It's like, dude, you can't.
He thought of the first thing that came to his mind.
We need to address that.
Like he says, oh, there's more serious things like poverty. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's not a freaking, a virus that's been killing thousands of people, but okay. But But he's saying all this junk with a smile. It's like, dude, we can't take you seriously when you're smiling. You don't believe what you're saying, you know? You just want to come out and drink.
If he thinks there's more serious things of hunger and poverty, he'd be out volunteering, giving money, donating.
Yeah, I know. It's like, dude, come on.
What we're going to be doing is simply for the statewide floor for beaches is applying the CDC guidance of no group on a beach more than 10, and you have to have distance apart if you're going to be out there. So that'll apply statewide.
Okay. Despite the Florida
You
governor.
read slow.
Yeah, I know. It's because this thing is in the middle.
Despite
too,
the
and I
Florida
suck.
governor announcing no groups of more than 10 people on the beach, tourists continued to pack the shore.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Jeez.
I can't watch you struggle.
I'm sorry.
I'm cringing
sorry.
over here.
Well, it's just, I've always been terrible at reading. Despite the Florida governor announcing no groups of more than 10 people on the beach, tourists continue to pack the shore. Okay. Okay, I read it. Yeah, people are freaking dumb. I don't understand, you know? I don't understand. And I thought we were, like last week, I thought we were dumb by saying some of the... Look at all these people out on the freaking beach like it's still... Because they want their spring break. That whoever said that in the beginning, oh, it's our spring break. This happens like once a year. Yeah, okay. Dude, the sooner people get in and you know...
It makes me think of, let me find it.
Get in their homes and, you know, help prevent this or like stop this, the sooner we can all just live our lives, you know? Then we can all have spring break together. That's what they were talking about. I was like, yeah, then actually a lot of people, not even in that video that I watched, I was like, I've seen this recurring theme on Instagram and stuff. Like, imagine when all this blows through and everything starts reopening, it's going to be like spring break for everybody because everyone can do stuff now. Do stuff again.
Oh, this thing. It says, can you all please just follow the governor's instructions so we can knock out this COVID-19 out and be done with it? I feel like a kindergartner that keeps losing more recess time because one or two kids can't follow directions.
I know, it's
funny.
straight up what it... Well, it's like, I don't understand how people can be so ignorant, you know?
Yeah.
They just want their spring break. They just want
I
their
love spring break too, but...
I guess one of the things too is like crowded beaches, yeah.
Would have heeded the warnings.
We did when we were younger.
What's the difference today?
They think they know it all. That's what I think. They think that they're better than the children were years ago. And we just listened. That's why I got to be 93.
Yeah, huh? Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was an old lady talking to one of the news reporters. Anyway, also, like, I guess a lot of college like frats and sororities had like this planned outing, and they were like, oh, maybe we're not gonna do it, but then they did it anyway because it's there was one. I think it's this video right here. Wait, I think that's the one we just watched.
That's the same girl.
No, this is a different video though. But there was one where it was like they're just look, U.S. spring break students keep partying in Miami despite corona. It's like all these dumb students that they're like, yeah, we're just living in the moment. It's like, yeah, I'll just live in the moment, get corona, okay, and then you're just gonna come home because it's spring break, so a lot of them are probably gonna go home to their families, you know, and then just spread the virus amongst their family members. That's what you're gonna do. That's living in the moment. That's living your best life. Way to go, Chad. Way to go. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm messaging Destiny. I'm listening to you though.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now is people. That was 4 days ago. I do know also that I don't know where I'm gonna find this info. I didn't even look it up. But that there was like a brand new, like a new record of like cases in one day. That was like 4,000 cases in one day because all these freaking little wet sandwiches decided to go out and splash a little bit and get drunk together, and they all just spread their virus amongst each other.
Wet sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't come up with good things sometimes. I heard that from a movie.
What,
Yeah.
sandwiches?
Yeah. It was Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's so disgusting. I can't.
It was when Christopherson beat up the bully for bullying Ash.
What sandwiches are disgusting?
The bully called Ash a wet sandwich. He's like, "Why is your cousin such a wet sandwich?" He's like, "I beg your pardon? Wet sandwich. Why is he such a wet sandwich?" Anyway, that's a great movie, by the way.
disgusting.
Speaking of good movies that we were talking about earlier, Fantastic Mr. Fox has always been, for some reason, one of my favorites.
It is like your favorite movie.
It's one of my favorites. Like, I don't mind that movie at all. Also, freaking Isle of Dogs. Oh my gosh. Isle of Dogs is amazing.
Are you petting him?
Well, no, Milo just starts like kicking his leg like somebody was scratching him.
What's going on, dude?
I don't know, so I just started petting him with my foot. Isle of Dogs is really good. But you and Josh, like when Josh was living here,
I hated it.
Every time I wanted to watch that movie, you guys would be like, "No, come on. Kevin's putting on Fantastic Mr. Fox."
No, I don't mind Fantastic Mr. Fox.
But you don't like Isle of Dogs?
Yes.
Why not?
It was boring.
It's not boring. It's funny.
It was so boring.
It's clever. It's interesting.
I can't believe we paid to watch that in the movies.
You know what I can't believe we paid to watch?
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah. You should have thought of that phrase.
It was like
before.
2 hours of pure disappointment.
Blade
Who did we
Runner.
go with?
Ryan.
Okay,
and
I thought
Ryan's
so.
the reason why we stayed, because I was telling Ryan.
He thought it was going to get better or something, huh?
No, not
No?
even that. I told him, I was like, "Ryan, let's just get out of here." And Ryan looked at me and was like, "Kevin, we paid to watch this movie,
he wanted-
so we're gonna watch this movie." His mentality was like, "We already spent the money. We're gonna get what we
I
spent
didn't want to waste
our
any
money
more
for."
time on that stupid movie.
That's the second time I've ever walked away in the middle of a movie in a movie theater.
Did we leave?
Oh, I didn't actually. So
I don't
that's not
think we
even.
did.
We didn't leave.
We
watched
waited.
it. We watched the whole thing,
And it was horrible
and it was terrible. I would pay to. I was telling Ryan, I would pay
to leave.
to leave.
Yeah.
I would have paid money to get out of there.
It was
It
horrible.
was It was stupid. Maybe it's because we didn't watch the first one. Maybe there's a lot of references and stuff that
I don't
were.
know.
A lot of people were saying it was amazing though. People were saying this is one of the like a great movie. Cinematography wise, it was a good movie. I liked the cinematography,
Yeah,
the camera
that
angles
was
they
pretty
had,
cool.
and just the world that they portrayed. But that's it.
The movie in general, the whole.
You know, yeah,
was-
it's like.
I didn't understand.
It was dumb. It's like, you know, when you go on a car ride, you know, and then in the beginning, the new sights are kind of interesting. But after freaking 16 hours of driving, it becomes all this about the same. It can be beautiful, but you're not appreciating it at the moment. That's exactly what that was. It was just a 16-hour car ride. That's what that movie was.
16-hour car ride?
Yeah,
Dang.
it was really hard to
It's
watch.
horrible.
But anyway, yeah, that was that movie. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, the one time I walked away from a movie was because, like I said, when I was young, I didn't really appreciate like interesting movies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I just liked action or whatever. But that's funny because the first movie I walked away from in the middle of the theater was Star Trek, the first one. The first Star Trek movie that they made. With
I've never seen Star Trek.
No? Oh,
No.
well, the new ones, not like the old series and stuff. You know, the movie remakes that they made?
No.
Well, anyway, they made movies. I forgot the actor's name. I want to say his name is Chris something, but then again, I might be getting confused with all the other Chris actors that like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris. There's another Chris in there, but anyway. But anyway, those movies we went to watch. It was a group. It was my friend group in Mexico, in Tijuana, and so it was in Spanish. And then all of us, I remember I used to hang out with those guys. Like there was like, I want to say there was like 7 of us.
Yeah.
That would like do group stuff a lot together. We went to like this. It was kind of like a Boomers or something like that in Tijuana. I forgot what it was called. We all went like I remember they would show up to my house like the lot and they just yell my name outside and then I'll come out. It was really cool. But we went with them to watch Star Trek, and when we walked into the theater, there was nobody in that theater. Nobody in that auditorium. It was just us. So then,
you told me you guys were like running up and down.
yeah, we were just running everywhere and just talking, and we weren't paying attention at all to the movie. And since we didn't pay attention, when we actually tried to start watching it a little bit, we had no idea what was going on, and we're too young to like really appreciate it, and we just dipped. We were just like, yeah, let's go, and we just walked away. It wasn't because it was like a bad movie. It's just we weren't paying attention to it at all. But that's the only time I ever walked away. I would have walked away from Blade Runner had Ryan not been in there.
Wasn't for Ryan.
If it wasn't for Ryan, I could have saved about I think 40 minutes in. I was like, I want out. And Ryan made me stay 2 hours in. So
made us stay.
Yeah, made us stay for freaking 2 hours. There's even a post on my Instagram with a picture of Blade Runner and saying I would pay
like worst 2 hours of my life.
Yeah, worst 2 hours of my life. Yeah. That movie was terrible, man. It was just cybernetic boobies and future stuff. What's up with all these like random futuristic movies like steampunkish or whatever, like cyberpunkish, that they just have to have nudity in them.
I don't know.
Like this grunge nudity, or like sexual stuff.
That movie had a lot in it.
It had a lot of freaking tatas, like unnecessarily so. That's one of the things I told you is one of my biggest turnoffs in movies.
Yeah.
It's like when there's just an unnecessary amount of either like nudity or just sex. Like it's just if I can see it's just unnecessary and just like lustful, it's like stupid to me. It's like I can't take it. It's just I get mad, because it just seems like a money grab. Like people are gonna watch that movie because they know these scenes are in there. That's why. I guess that's my mentality. I don't know, but that's a turn off. But like I watched, so there was that one, Blade Runner, that had a lot of that, and then I watched this other movie, or not movie. I watched this show. Don't watch it because it's definitely not safe for work. There's a lot of sexual content and a lot of tatas.
Safe for work?
Not safe for work. Not safe for work. That's a term.
Why would you watch it at work?
You're not, babe. This is an internet term. You're probably not familiar with it. Let me educate you. When something is labeled not safe for work, it just means explicit, rated R.
Okay, got it.
It's anyway.
I was like, did you watch this at work?
No, I did not. I don't watch shows at work. Oh shoot, have we been going for 30 minutes already? We have. Camera's off. I don't know how long they've been off for.
It's okay. We don't have to turn it back on.
We do. Oh, Courtney.
Destiny might come over, by the way.
Okay. In the middle of the pod. That's fine. What time is she coming over? Like right now?
I don't know. She went over to go hang out with Brendan and their friends, and his friends are being rude, and so she's sitting on the couch with the dog. I was like, just leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Not safe for work.
Yeah, so that's what not safe for work means. But geez, I lost my train of thought now. Okay.
Then you were going to talk about this not safe for work film.
This not safe for work film. It's basically like I'm guessing cyberpunk Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones I also hear is very, there's a lot of sex and stuff in that. But I never really, I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of that and I wasn't interested. Anyway, this one is called Altered Carbon, and I talked to you a little bit about it, I think. It's Netflix original. And it was really interesting. I was more interested in the premise, like legit.
In the tatas?
Yeah, I was very interested in the tatas. No, like the whole premise of this show is basically like people discovered a way how to like put their consciousness basically in like this chip, this disc. Not a chip, it's like this disc that gets like inserted in the back of your neck, like right here, like into your vertebrae, and that's where you reside. Like no longer your brain, it's in there. So if your body dies and that's intact, you can switch that out to another body, and then you just become another person. Not another person, you are you in a different body.
In a different body, yeah.
And they called the bodies sleeves, is what they called them. Okay. So basically, people basically immortality became a thing and it wasn't accessible to everybody, obviously, because sleeves costed a lot of money. And basically, like, the rich and powerful people were just immortal gods because they just lived forever because they could always afford to buy another sleeve. They just had sleeves forever, or bodies forever, you know? And the whole premise of this movie was that one of these super rich and powerful people got murdered. Like, he was murdered, but they didn't kill his thing. So he knows that he got murdered.
So he went looking for him?
Not him. So he knows that he got murdered, but still blasted because the guy shot him in the face, basically blew up like his brains. Because of that, he doesn't remember who did it. That part of his like memory is jotted because the whole brain blasting thing. But he knows he got murdered, and he knows when he got murdered. And he hires this like detective kind of guy, but he's not really a detective. It's like this guy who was like a paramilitary guy who was just known to, you know, be a bad A, you know, basically. So, and if you're poor, I guess, and you can't afford a sleeve, your chit or your disc is just in this bank of like people, basically, who are just waiting, you know, maybe a relative or somebody wants to buy them a new sleeve or whatever. So like if one of your relatives died and they couldn't afford one, their disc is still there. And then you can, when you have enough money, you can buy them back. You know, that's a weird premise, but it's been a while since I watched this show too. So like, I don't remember a lot of details.
Sounds interesting. I'd probably watch it.
So basically,
I want to know why it's not safe for work.
There's a lot of sex and a lot of tatas. That's why it's not safe for work. And it's bloody. It's gory. But anyway, this guy, he gets revived, right? By this super rich guy. So he wakes up right in his body, and he's like, what the heck is going on? And then they basically don't tell him anything. They take him to this place, and they take him to this guy's like mansion or whatever. And then they explain, oh, because he couldn't afford a new body or something. Oh no, he was like a criminal. I forget. You know what I'm saying? But he just comes back and he doesn't know what's going on. He talks to this guy. And he says, yeah, I hired your services because I know you have a history at like this kind of thing. And basically the premise, you know, whatever is going on, somebody murdered me. I need you to figure out who murdered me. And he has to do it. You know, he doesn't want to, he has to. So, the whole movie is basically about him, figuring out show. Sorry. It was so good. It was like a movie, you know, but it's a show.
I'm going to watch it.
If you want to, yeah, go for it. But
it sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. If you're not over 18, yeah, don't watch it. But anyway, yeah, it was and I watched the whole thing because I was really interested in it. Honestly, like tatas. I actually ended up. I skip a lot. Like I'm not. You know, it just is such a big turnoff for me. In like me like shows and stuff. It's like why do you have it? You know. I don't know. But that's why like I couldn't take Game of Thrones. The premise wasn't interesting, and then there's just sex everywhere. Nah, skip. I watched 3 episodes because I was trying to get into it because all my friends were like, yeah, it's really good. No, it wasn't. I didn't really like it. And plus I hear the ending sucked for Game of Thrones. So I'm glad I didn't waste my time with that one. But Altered Carbon is the name of this show. I really enjoyed it. But it's just, yeah, it's very not safe for work. But that's the only time I actually watched a show that had, like, just an enormous amount of explicit content, but that I enjoyed the premise enough that I stayed.
Yeah.
And it was a good one. It ended, it's pretty solid, too. So, wow, I went on a rampage on that one.
I feel like I've watched the whole
show.
The whole season, the whole show.
No, you haven't. Whoa. Oh, I had to burp.
Ew.
I feel like I'm just a very gassy guy.
You are gassy.
And sometimes the hypochondriac in me is like, dude, you're dying. Or like, there's something wrong with you, you know? Like there's something that I'm not looking like. This is a symptom, you know?
No, it's
Because I'm burping a lot and I fart a lot. Okay, TMI maybe. I don't know, but
it's based on the foods and beverages you drink.
yeah,
too.
but I don't really eat that much either. If you think about it, and
What's
we eat
the
the
last
same
thing you've eaten?
The last thing I've eaten, Japanese peanuts,
And then before that?
Milky Way.
And before that?
What I have for breakfast? Waffles.
And Airheads?
Yeah, I ate like one Airhead today. Don't even get me started. Okay, you brought this to yourself.
Oh.
You meant to too.
No, I didn't.
You meant to do this.
No, I didn't.
You meant to do this.
No, I didn't.
So Courtney. So okay, we bought Airheads, right? Because we got to stay indoors. So we bought a ton of like snacks. That's why I have like 16,000 packets of Japanese peanuts that I've already gone through. And we bought a box of Airheads. Okay, Courtney is almost single-handedly eaten the entire box, and then her gums say no. And she starts gushing out blood through her gums. And then I'm thinking she's trying to prank me, and maybe she ate one of the cherry ones and it just put all that slime on her teeth to make it look like
disgusting.
I don't know. You know, I don't know what you're up to in your voodoo-ish ways. But anyway, yeah, she starts like her gum starts bleeding. And I know very well why, because you've been eating so many of those Airheads.
Oh my god.
And you know what's funny enough? We did a massive workout yesterday. Like yesterday, we did one of the hardest workouts we've ever done. Like legit. Yesterday's workout was the closest I've gone to actually throwing up from a workout in a while.
Yeah.
I've only thrown up while working out twice in my life. One time was in water polo. And one time was in track, but I threw up because I was also sick. And it was after I think it was after a 4x4 race in a meet.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I finished, my stomach was like, yeah, we're going. And then I went to the nearest trash can and I threw
my
up.
legs are still burning really bad.
Courtney did. So we usually did like this same routine for a while we've been doing. And it's been actually showing results, honestly. But like I said, I wasn't really looking for the results anymore. I was more focused on building strength. I wanted to feel good again, you know? I wanted to feel like an athlete. Like I wouldn't be screwed, you know, if somebody decided, you know, if I was walking down the street and a pack of dogs was let loose, you know, I wouldn't feel like all hope is lost, you know? So, and, you know, being able to hold my own, because that's one of the biggest problems is if you're fat and out of shape, somebody breaks into your house, it's over with if you don't got a gun with you, you know what I'm saying? We have a gun.
Milo,
but,
stop it. Stop.
I
I don't think that's something you should tell people.
I shouldn't tell them how many I have. That's what you shouldn't tell people. But anyway, yeah, I didn't want to feel screwed, you know, in any kind of situation that you would be screwed at if you weren't physically fit.
Mm-hmm.
So we started both feeling stronger by like week 3, I would say, of doing the workouts, or maybe week 2 of doing the workouts. We started feeling stronger. And then now we're like almost 2 months into actually kind of like keeping a semi-steady. By semi-steady, I mean like sometimes we have skipped a day. The most we've skipped, I think, is 2 days.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I think 3 days
still,
was
we're doing the workout at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, exactly. So
at least.
And we had been doing the same routine for a while.
Forever. Until yesterday.
Yeah, this whole time. Until yesterday, we were like, you know what? Let's try a different one. We have this app. It's like a calisthenics app. It's called Thenix, actually. You should check it out. It's free. There's another app that's called Freeletics, I think. But that one, there's like a paid thing, and I haven't used it really enough to really rate it. Stop doing that. She's like freaking reaching across her grimy little toes and grabbing my kneecap. Anyway, but we've been using Thenix, and we searched up a different workout. Courtney looked up a leg workout. I looked up an ab workout, and wow, we were just scratching the surface with our initial just routine that
Just
we were
the
doing.
warm up. We were exhausted
just the
by the
warm-up.
warm up.
I was like, holy crap, this is the warm up? I'm gonna die.
I spent
But-
40 minutes doing the workout,
You
and
know
I
how-
didn't even
yeah.
complete it.
It's fine though. You did more than half, okay? Courtney did more than half. She was beating herself up about it, but you did more than half. That's an achievement.
I
Now
was
you just
working out
gotta
for
do
40
more
minutes.
than what you did yesterday. You
It
know what I'm
was
saying?
ridiculous.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to be able to do legs for a good, like, 2 more days at least.
my abs are still destroyed today. Like they're
My legs are horrible.
and I worked out like the side. Like I hadn't worked out even when I was like actually active. I had never really worked out the sides, you know, of my abdominals. So I felt that like crazy when I was doing these workouts. But anyway, but yeah, I wanted to say like in the beginning, because the first app that I was using, because I really like the idea of calisthenics. You know, I really like that.
I like
whole
being able
thing.
to work out from home too.
Yeah, the ability to work out from home, and plus, because I remember I looked okay back in the day. You know what? We're gonna take a break real quick because I've got to use the bathroom like
Okay.
nothing right now. So let's take a
Okay.
quick break. Oh, all right, we're back.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I had to go. Like, oh, it was knocking. It wasn't knocking. It was like, it was kicking.
It
at
was
the door.
barging in.
Yeah, it was like ready to use the freaking. I don't know what that thing is called that the SWAT team uses to like freaking break into a home. Anyway. So yeah, we were talking about calisthenics. We were talking about our workouts. I forgot where I was gonna go when I said like I looked okay back in the day.
Probably because you did like home workouts.
Because I didn't. Yeah, I never went to the gym or anything. I did a lot of home workouts. Not even home workouts. I just did a lot of calisthenics from school.
And just going on runs. You always went on runs and bike rides.
That's a lot of cardio. That's what that is. But like, that's what probably why I never got like fat. But I still do like a lot of push-ups on my own and things like that. Is what and sit-ups. Never anything like else though.
But I remember you were going on runs or bike rides like every single day for a long time.
After I graduated, yeah. I did. But it's that thing is like there was really nothing pushing me to do that. I was doing that on my own accord. You know? Sure, I went to visit you a lot actually in track practices when I did that. But after a while of nobody really, there's no coach telling me to do it. You know, there's nobody really to like keep like account or track of that. So it's just, I just didn't do it. But, and then I didn't care enough, I guess, to do it. And since I've always said I am fat. I don't think I was actually ever fat. I think I was whatever the stage before fat is, you know, because I feel like
just fluffy.
Yeah, because I feel like me claiming that I was or am fat is disrespectful to the people who actually do fall into that category. You know what I'm saying? Because if they look at that and they say, wow, this guy's fat, then what am I? You know, I've thought about that.
But I think
it's
too, like being, there's no actual, I don't think there's a real definition of fat.
There isn't.
Where you have to be a certain weight. It's kind of just how you view yourself and your own body.
But, that's why I was like, I shouldn't even be saying that because in my eyes, I was fat because, I mean, everybody who knew me back in the day, like, would see me now and be like, wow, he's really grown, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I still think it would be disrespectful to other people, you know what I'm saying, who do believe they fall in that category and might be in a, you know, worse shape than I am or I was. And then they could be, you know, like, dude, what am I, you know? So I don't think I ever really was fat. I think I was just chunky. I was chubby. There you go. I was chubby. Okay. So, I still am, and I'm still slowly working towards, getting back into shape. And I feel like I am inching my way back into being in shape, which I like. So that's my big thing. It's like, I don't think I want to build any more muscle. I just want to get lean, you know? I think I'm okay with the muscle definition, not definition, but the muscle density that I have. I think I'm still relatively strong, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think that needs work. Anyway, I'm going to stop patting myself in the back here. Okay.
Can you stop that?
Okay. I'm going to stop.
I thought it was Milo and it's been you the whole time.
I was kicking that little ink cartridge box thing. Yeah. But let's stop this now.
Okay.
Let's not. Yeah. Anyway. I had to cough. Shoot, I feel like there's something else I was gonna bring into the table.
I don't know.
I forget. I forgot. I think I did write some
Forgot.
notes though. Oh yeah. In other news, in some other news that's still related to Corona, China
Oh,
has
man.
closed down their coronavirus testing facilities because
mean?
there's no more new cases, or there's not enough new cases to
Oh, you
warrant
mean the
that.
hospitals that they
Yeah,
opened
yeah,
up
yeah.
just for this? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, specifically. And it seems also that I think what was the place called that it started?
Like Wuhan or something
Yeah,
like that.
Wuhan. Shoot, I don't know how it's Wuhan. There you go. Yeah, it is Wuhan. Oops. Jeez. Wuhan virus. Let's see. I did see somewhere that here you go. This is what you were talking about. That it was like a biological weapon that China was getting ready to unleash, and it leaked.
Have you seen the pictures
did
of it like
not
on the
escape.
train?
No. It did not escape from a lab. Oh, who knows? I don't even know how trustworthy that source is. I don't know where to even. I need to freaking be better at finding information, honestly. Fireworks in Wuhan, checkpoints are taken down. Other cities and yeah. So China's looking better now. China is actually clearing up. Things are starting to open up. They took it seriously, seriously enough. So unlike freaking right here in the US where people are still freaking going to parties and dumb crap. Oh my gosh, all these pop-ups. I swear I have the worst luck with pop-ups. Some in Wuhan, the Chinese city hit hardest by the coronavirus, celebrated with fireworks as authorities began removing checkpoints after reporting no new cases for a third day, while other places also eased restrictions. The command center handling the crisis ordered
like,
that the
what are you
checkpoints
reading?
set up by the city was locked down in January
Good
to contain the
job.
spread of the virus be cleared starting from Friday. Okay, as Wuhan prepares to return to work. Yeah, so Wuhan's looking good. I heard that they had their last patient finally get clear of it too recently. So seems that everything is looking okay for China. So not totally out of the water, but they're getting out. This is what's your immune system develops and you're cool. So we're still in the thick of it though. We're in a sticky swamp, so we just got to be careful over here.
Oh, we haven't even got to the worst of the worst yet.
We haven't, and we're gotta get ready for what's to come, because remember how fast did things change in a week. Things changed really quick. So
I honestly don't think I'm going to be going back to work
ready.
until next school year.
Yeah, probably not, but that's fine.
Which is insane.
You just gotta do what you gotta do and just chill out, Just be smart
Crazy.
about it is what it comes down to, Our freaking neighbors, though, they have gatherings all the freaking time. The other day, 2 days ago, something like that.
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday or something, they had another party. It's like, are you freaking joking right now? It's like, who's monitoring this crap,
Nobody.
They also have parties way late. I haven't seen something like that since Tijuana, It's stupid. Anyway, they're still having parties. I don't know why they just don't care about the coronavirus thing. They're probably just have the same mentality as the people in Florida and Australia. They're probably all college students. Who knows? But anyway, you know what I always forget to say in the beginning? I'll leave all that mumbo jumbo.
Oh,
at the
like
end.
and subscribe and
Like and subscribe. No, I'm gonna leave all that in the end because I already missed my opening in the beginning, so I'm gonna leave that. But you know what? though?
what?
That song that I was gonna publish that I was talking about last week. Sorry, I'm playing with the printer now.
beat you made?
Yeah. The beat I made.
Uh-huh.
Listening more to it, I'm not happy with it, and I want to add things to it.
Make sure you save it beforehand, though. And
I already
not do
did.
like what you
I
did with
already
the
did.
last one.
No, I know. I already did. So I have like 6 different copies, 6 different versions of that song. I want to add to it, but my computer can't take any more.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I try to add one more track, it starts crashing.
Crash, yeah.
And it's really demoralizing. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like export it, grab the audio, put it in a new instance, so it's just one piece of audio, and then add layers to that.
Okay.
So I won't have the flexibility, and I'm gonna have to work a little bit to try to get what is from the original audio clip and the new stuff to like blend together. Because if I just don't do anything and I just add things, you're gonna be able to tell that they're not part of the same track. So I'm gonna need to do some work for that. But I think that's what I'm gonna end up having to do, because my guy's almost done with the GIF that I'm gonna post it with, but I don't now I want to add to it. So and if I can't, then I'm just probably gonna end up posting it with a random one, and then I'm gonna probably save that GIF for something that I'm like really excited to post. You know what I'm saying? Something that I'm like really happy with, because I want to get to the point to where the music I'm making doesn't just become happy little accidents. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they kind of that's what's kind of happening. Because I'm working on something, I'm working on a song, and then I just kind of get inspired in the middle of it, and then I try things, and then I like it. You know, I want to get to a point where I understand what I'm doing to a song. You know, like I'm gonna do this because I know what it's gonna do to it. I do stuff like that still. I understand what some of the stuff I'm doing is gonna do, but not a lot of it. Like a lot of it is just kind of like a happy little accident, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to get to the point to where I'm more, I understand. And I also wanted to add vocals to some of them, but you know what I need to work on a lot? I need to work on, because I sing better than average. I don't sing the greatest. I sing better than average, but one thing I need to work on is singing the proper pitch, because I can sing the note, but it's not in the right pitch, if that makes sense. And you know how I can tell a lot of the times is usually when I sing something and I'm listening to it on my headphones, it sounds fine. But as soon as I hear it on an outside speaker, just like on my phone, I can hear how I'm way off. Like it's like cringe-worthy off. And I'm like, holy crap. And I never understood why. Like why does it sound fine when I have my headphones in? But then it's not fine when I listen to an exterior. You know what I think it is? And this is just me speculating. I don't know. I'm not too sure if this is the reason. By the way, you can interrupt me whenever, because I have had the light for too long, okay? And I always have the light for too long on podcasts. Anyway. But what I think it is when you have your headphones in, you get a lot of the baseline frequencies in. You get more baseline frequency. Your headphones output more bass than these just normal speakers do, the exterior ones for like your laptop or your phone. When you're listening to stuff on your laptop and your phone, that's a lot of high frequencies, a lot of stuff that's like in the like 1000K and up frequencies. So that's stuff that's like sharper, and I think that's where like the pitch resides in. So when you listen to that and it kills all the bass and brings up all the highs, you can just hear the pitch that your song is at. And that's why I can hear it. Like I'm like, wow, I'm way off, and I don't like that. That's happened a lot with music I've made, and that I've later listened to on an actual speaker, and I'm like, crap, I suck. But that's why I haven't worked on a lot of vocal things, because I need to work on pitch. That's one thing this recent post I made, the yeahhh cover I made on Instagram and Facebook. That was one of the things I was working on. It was not necessarily to be like all theatrical and like make my voice my voice go all over the place, like, you know, like you know, whatever. But I was focusing more on trying to actually sing in the right pitch, you know, try to make it sound okay on an exterior speaker as well as with your headphones in. So that was my main focus on that song, and I think I did better on that song in terms of pitch than I did on others. I might be using the wrong terminology too, by the way, but I know this conversation is boring. It's putting you to sleep. I am very sorry. You know what I suck at too? I suck at just bringing up topics that are interesting to you. That's what I think I'm terrible. Well, we talked about a little bit about interesting stuff, about shows and such.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't all bad. I wasn't absolutely terrible.
Okay.
All right. It's like, where do you go from here, you know? We haven't really done anything either to talk about. We've sat at home. I've sat at home for so long. And I feel like...
Is that you again?
I feel guilty. Yes, I'm sorry.
Stop.
I feel guilty. Is your headphone out in one ear? Oh, no, it's still in. Okay.
What do you mean?
Because, like, you can hear that so well when I play with the freaking printer.
Yeah. It's loud. Stop.
It's not that loud. I doubt they're going to be able to hear that, too, on the audio because of the noise gate.
I can hear it.
You can hear it, and that's good enough. Yeah, but we haven't done anything, really.
No.
We bought a puzzle.
Junk food.
And yeah, we already talked about the junk food, freaking Mrs. Gums bleeding. No, but we got the puzzle. Because my parents bought a puzzle when we went up to Idaho for Christmas. And then we all just got all interested in this puzzle, and we were all trying to freaking solve it.
I like puzzles.
Puzzles are fun for some reason. And then we got a good ways in, and then I left you, and then you got a good ways in. And
you haven't touched it since.
No, I touched it today. I was looking at it. I was trying to find where my bird was on that stump.
But did you actually like try to do work on it, or you just
a little bit? Yeah, I was trying.
For how long?
Freaking not long.
Like a minute?
No, maybe 20 seconds.
There you go. You can't do much work in 20 seconds.
Yeah. It's okay, though. It's not one of my freaking brightest interests. I love video games. What can I say? Dragon's Dogma has been sucking up most of my time with this quarantine thing.
Yeah, I know.
I really wanted to go to work, though. Oh, my gosh. So I went home.
You get to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I finally get to go tomorrow. But, like, I went home on Wednesday I went home. And I thought... First, I was like, crap, you know, I might have made a mistake because now I'm probably not going to be able to go to work for a while. And I don't know if I'm going to get paid. And that was my main concern. I was like, what are we going to do about pay? And then, sure enough, yeah, I couldn't go to work for the next day. And I was hoping that I was going to be able to go to work on Friday. And that's what it looked like. But then they let me know that, no, since you had symptoms on Thursday, that you can't come in the next day. So I was like, well, crap, you know? But I knew that I was going to be fine by Monday. So here we are, Sunday night. So tomorrow I get to work, which I'm
Tomorrow
glad.
I get to be bored again.
And then we'll see how much work I have. But anyway, yeah, and you get to be bored because Courtney is still indefinitely out. But at least you're getting paid,
for sure out until April 20th.
But at least you're getting paid, though. And you guys are already informed that you're getting paid, so
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
And I'm getting a raise
We're in a
most
really
likely
good
soon.
We're in a really good position as of right now.
Yeah.
In terms of
I'm just
how
bored. There's
things-
nothing for me to do.
Yeah, I know, but at least we're bored and okay than, you know, having fun and not okay.
Yeah, it just gets boring. There's not much to do.
Yeah, I know, but you know, there's Netflix.
That's why
there's that new
got-
show you can watch that I just directed you to.
I've been watching Netflix, and then that's
You
why I
have.
wanted the puzzle, and then that's why I got that.
We got two puzzles.
The calligraphy thing.
Yeah, we got two puzzles actually.
I'm trying to just find things to do. I'll probably finish those knitted blankets too.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, this is the time, babe. This is the time where you can actually try to, you know, get things done. You know? Get things done. If my job were to close down, I would play a lot of video games, yeah. But I think
you would.
but then I would also still invest a lot of time in like podcast stuff. At the same time, though, I feel like maybe I'm playing this whole game wrong. You know?
What do you mean?
Like maybe what is Milo doing?
Milo, what are you doing?
Climbing stuff back
What's
there.
going on? Where are you trying to go to?
Anyway, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm just overthinking things with the podcast.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like marketing and but then I don't know. You know, I always try to like say I want to do research and stuff, but I always comes back to promoting and paying for promotion, you know. Promoting posts and episodes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't done that. Well, I have, but I haven't done it enough. So I still need to play around with that and see what that yields. But anyway, that's going to be it for this week's episode. If you guys want to catch us on the social medias, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and you can check us out on YouTube as well, since the videos are actually coming out hot and fresh. This one will be out hopefully by Wednesday, or Thursday actually, not Thursday or Tuesday. But anyway, that's all I want to say. If you guys could leave us a review, like the video or wherever you're watching, please let us know that you enjoyed. It will really help us out. Let us be heard. Courtney, is there anything else you want to say before we conclude it?
No.
Okay, that's gonna be it. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Here you are, a beaker of being's finest secrets